Hey, good morning, everybody. It's me again here, Nathan, and welcome back to the channel where on this planet we send it. Just wanted to give you guys, I was actually hoping to get you guys the PC build out for this video, but I had to change some plans because basically I'm getting ready to hop on a plane here in just a couple of hours, and I didn't have time to finish that video. But I do have time to go ahead and record this garden update to get this out at the beginning of the week. And then we'll get the PC build out at the end of the week. But without further ado, let's go ahead and send it. So this pile right here is exactly why I wanted to show you guys this garden update real fast, because we have been doing a lot of cleaning. And so I'm going to kind of show you where things are at, but then also let you know you'll be able to clearly see where things are cleaned up at if you've been following along with the channel. All right, the strawberries have slowed down slightly, but there's more growth coming in, getting ready to go for its next growth period. There's basically, we got all kind of, there's all various types of ends like these coming in. So we're definitely going to get at least one more growth before this season stops. And if you recall from a few garden updates ago, I was saying I'm going to have to redo these worm bins. I am going to do them. I did end up actually feeding these, and these bins are almost actually ready to harvest. So I gave them some food to kind of get them going. And then, well, let me rephrase that. They're actually doing really good. I just gave them food as a treat with the food scraps that we had left over. These bins, once these two bins are done, I'm going to go ahead and roll these two bins into here and then basically replace these. And then after these are replaced and these bins are done eating everything that I want them to do, get everything boiled down, then I'm going to go ahead and transfer the worms into the new bins and then vice versa and split them up so I'm back to 4 bins later. Just showing you how much we've cleaned this area up. There was a big old Swiss chard here we got up. We planted some basil back here. We're still letting the kaniwa seed and drop down for self-seeding. And there's even a onion seed pouch there or ball there. And then everything else, it looks like actually some of the arugula is already starting to come up that is self-seeding. And we'll be able to harvest that later in the early fall. So this area, I don't know if you recall, there was a bush right here that was taking up a lot of sun, preventing it from getting down low there. But my mother-in-law removed it all, cleaned it up. I actually thought it was part of the hops plant. It wasn't, so thank goodness she had an eye on that. But you can see, well, the kale back there is doing just fine. Nothing too big to say there. But the hops is just really doing great. And you can see they are starting to come in. So this is a great sign, and we'll be using those for kombucha, I think, fairly soon. In addition to the hops plant doing real well, we also removed some of the onions that I had and some of the other plants here and the beets and everything that used to be here. I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip here so you can see the beet harvest that we had. Excuse me, no. Oh, wow. Wow. Is there another one? They're small. I'm going to leave that one. Yeah, we had quite a bit. Definitely left them in there a little too long, but it's all good. All right, so but for here, the tomatoes are spreading out and are going to start doing real good. We got tomatoes here. Sweet peppers are coming back. Looks like I've got a red one back there, almost about ready to harvest. So we probably actually, that probably is ready to harvest now. A couple more beets down here. They're just a little too small. I wanted to see if they'd grow anymore. If I see a little bit more leaf devastation just continue and a lack of growth, then I'm going to go ahead and pull those. But as we walk down here, still got these onions right here is all that we have left in the vertical garden. We still got some in the main garden, but more tomatoes and then more tomatoes. So we're about to be having some delicious tomatoes here very soon. The peach and the plum tree here, the plums have absolutely just been delicious. And it looks like they're actually coming to we got just a few more that are on here. As a matter of fact, I see one. There might be another. Let's go ahead and get you up there. So there's the one I'm talking about. And that one's probably just about done. But occasionally, actually, What's this? Do we got a new one? Looks like the we'll go ahead and let the biology keep it. Flies are all over the two that are on the ground, but it looks like we lost about 4 right there that I can kind of see. I will point this out. We have 2 new additions to the garden. We planted some milkweed for the monarch migration that's going to be coming up in March. We're already starting to see some of the monarchs coming in, so that's cool. We saw our first one actually a couple of days since planting it. There's probably been more, but that's the only ones we've seen. But the peach tree here has been delicious, but they are definitely getting attacked by the birds now. So we have been trying to pull them and get ahead of them. I need to go ahead and get maybe like a bird's nest to keep them out from the, just wrap them around the tree to keep all the birds out. But you know, it is what it is. Cool thing is actually that's just now happening is this semi-dwarf tree is going in for its next growth. This is a recent growth that just happened maybe over the last few days. So that's really coming up. And since I last saw you guys, I did end up chopping this one. So you can see this is the only one that remains here. So this one is on its own now, and this is going to be the main, basically I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, and this is starting to grow. As a matter of fact, we got some new growth coming in there, so that's a great sign. The fig tree is doing really well. As a matter of fact, probably doing a little too well. I'm not liking how it's basically folding around here and folding around there. Again, I'm probably going to let these 2 branches just take place until the end of the year, and then they will be cut. And I'm just going to allow this area to grow a lot better because it is blocking the sun for this one. And if this bottom one was fruiting, I would have already have taken down that one. Actually, you know what? Let me rephrase. Instead of being so violent with the tree, I think I'm probably going to be able to just form the way it's growing so that I can maximize the fruit coming off of it, at least for next year. The only update to the avocado tree that I have for you guys today is I did go ahead and add a whole lot of more contraption here to go ahead and form the growth. So this branch here and this branch here are more turned up now. And so once those sort of stiffen and I have hard bark going over them, we'll go ahead and remove all the pulleys to keep everything in place. Nothing really to report too much on Big Bertha. So the guavas are coming in. But the update I did want to provide is the pomegranate tree has gotten a little too heavy or a little too big for its own britches. So what I currently have to do is a little rig back here because there's a tendency for the pomegranate tree to be leaning back. So that's kind of holding it up to strengthen as it grows. And I forgot to highlight. It looks like our first pomegranate that I showed in the last video is increasing in size and growing pretty fast now. So we'll probably be able to be harvesting that here, but maybe by the time my second trip is done, but probably in a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, I think. And beneath the pomegranate tree, we got some really good, our winter squash is doing really good. We actually have some potatoes coming up right now, so that's pretty cool. And also the avocado tree here is doing really great. And like I said, I'm still letting the sweet pepper bush do its thing, and it's growing some stuff. The leaves are kind of weak on it, but we'll let Mother Nature do its thing and decide its fate. I didn't highlight this too much in the last video for the elderberry tree, but we are starting to get in some elderberries now. So got a cluster there, right above it got a cluster, and there's some other clusters just kind of forming up all around the tree. But these appear to be the 2 first ones. These papaya tree is really starting to grow fast and strengthen here. So this tree is definitely growing and will become a full-size tree here probably in a year or two. I think a year. It's growing pretty fast right now. We might even be having, I don't know how long it takes to get papayas, but I feel like we're going to be having them pretty soon the way this thing is starting to grow. And here with the navel orange tree, I was happy to see we are getting some new growth coming in. So as long as I'm seeing new growth, I'm happy. So we do got new growth coming in on the lower extremities. And so that's a good sign that this tree is still thriving. I actually feel like it might be getting time to lay another layer of mulch down because it's thinning out and turning into gravel. To be honest, it's turning into nice healthy soil. But I also need the mulch down there to keep the water in the summer. The mango tree, man, it is doing really well. And as a matter of fact, this top canopy here with all of its basically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shoots, I was thinking, actually 7, I think. I was thinking of allowing the suckers to grow, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I think I might actually, I haven't decided yet, but I might take the suckers off and allow these just to be the main part of the tree. The only reason why I was considering the suckers to grow is because for the longest time there was only one tree trunk. So I was like, when it came to the mango tree, I was going to allow just whatever to grow. But I think I might be, I haven't made a decision yet, but I might change and make sure that even the mango tree follows the policy of no suckers. And we're just going to finish up with the grapes. The grapes are doing, I mean, really well. You can see these vines are just growing. Too bad they're not on the other end. Hey girls, I know you want out, but the grapes themselves, they're coming in, and they're coming in full. These grapes are delicious. They're all ready. They're just ready to eat. And as a matter of fact, the birds are getting into them and everything. So we're very excited on how I'm very happy, pleased on how the grapes have come in this year. Now let's get an idea here. Okay, I got these couple of, let's step back here. I got these branches. So it looks like so far by the end of the year, I might get to here. Maybe there, we'll see. But we'll at least definitely be continuing the growth down here to my ultimate desire of getting it down here. And then to be honest, I'm probably going to then just keep growing it down this way right here. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this video out ASAP, meaning by like Monday, probably not Monday, maybe Monday, but more than likely Tuesday. And then as soon as I get done with that and I get back from my trip, I'm going to finish up the PC build and get that out, guys, and get that out to you guys. So anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.